What's up, guys? Jared Holmes here, and today I'm going to be doing a franchise ranking of the Halloween franchise. I recently rewatched the entire franchise, and I used to be a Halloween franchise hater. I used to think the whole franchise was overrated. I used to think Michael Myers was overrated, and all around, I just was never interested in anything that was Halloween. But rewatching all these made me honestly appreciate the franchise so much more. It made me fall in love with the Halloween franchise, honestly. But let's go ahead and get into the ranking. At number 13, the absolute drizzling shit, Halloween Resurrection. What the hell was they thinking when they made this movie? There's not one positive, honestly. Like, there's zero positives for Halloween Resurrection. The mask is absolutely terrible. I didn't care for, like, the reality show or whatever the hell they was going for aspect of it. And I definitely did not like Busta Rhymes whooping up on Michael Myers. It just felt like such a misstep from this franchise as a whole, and all around was terrible. Coming in at number 12 is Halloween 6. Why the hell did Michael Myers had to have the Cult of Thorn? Why was there even a cult aspect to the Michael Myers character? It made zero sense. They killed off Jamie Lloyd like in the first 10 minutes of the movie, which was an absolute misstep, I think. Thought it was absolutely ridiculous and such disrespect to one of the best characters in the franchise, honestly. And the Man in Black couldn't give less of a shit about that. Halloween 6 was trash. Absolute drizzling shit trash. At number 11 is Halloween 5, another movie in the franchise that was just not it. Just was not very good. And I'll be talking about Halloween 4 much later in this list, but they had such the perfect opportunity to just absolutely make this a banger, and they failed to do so. They made Jamie Lloyd a mute for some reason, which I never truly understand that. And that mask in Halloween 5 was the worst mask of all time. I've seen Temu and Wish.com mask look better than whatever the hell they was going for there. Halloween 5 was not it. Next, we got Halloween 2018. I know this is a lot of people's in their top 3, but I just did not enjoy it. I used to really, really like Halloween 2018, but on this rewatch, I just didn't care for it. I don't know if I was just Michael Myers out at that point, because I had just watched so much of the franchise by then, but Halloween 2018 was kind of boring. I did not care for the pacing. I thought Jamie Lee Curtis kind of just phoned it in, honestly. I did like the returning characters, so it was cool to see a lot of them, but all around, Halloween 2018 just was not a fun ride. Next, we got Rob Zombie's Halloween 2, and I know this one gets a lot of hate, but I did enjoy it, honestly. I honestly liked the White Horse storyline. I loved how we got more backstory for the Michael Myers character, and all around, Halloween 2 absolutely rips. I love Rob Zombie's storytelling. I love his cinematography, and all that was top notch in Halloween 2. And I absolutely love the mask. I love Tyler Mane too. He, as Michael Myers, is so brutal, and Halloween 2 was probably the most brutal he has ever been, honestly. There were some kills in this that were absolutely fantastic, man. Like, Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 is severely slept on, severely underrated, and I do not understand why it does not get the credit that it deserves. Next, we got Halloween 1978, and you can hide your pitchforks for a minute. Hide your pitchforks. I know this is a lot of people's go-to Halloween movie. I know this is a lot of people's favorite horror movie of all time, but just think to yourself. Take off your nostalgia glasses and really look at the bigger picture. Halloween 1978, why it was so impactful for the horror genre as a whole, it was so boring, honestly. Halloween 1978, the original Halloween, is not a good film. I'm sorry, it has to be said. Yes, the introduction of Michael Myers was really cool. I love the opening of Halloween 1978. That goes super hard and is my favorite part of the movie. But honestly, I don't know. I don't know. I just do not like Halloween 1978, and I have always been that way. A lot of people I've got hate for because I say that Halloween 1978 is overrated, and it 100% is. But still, I respect it for what it did for the genre. Without Halloween 1978, I probably wouldn't be making this video right now. Hell, I wouldn't have the scream mask in the background here. The horror genre probably would never have went off if it wasn't for Halloween 1978. Next, we have Halloween Kills. And I love this one just for how just batshit insane it is. Michael just goes completely off. Michael kills everybody. That's what I love about it. It is just a Michael Myers centric film of him just going on a rampage on the entire town of Haddonfield. It's his highest body count, I believe, and there are some amazing kills in it as well. And honestly, I really, really love that Jamie Lee Curtis was in the hospital for most of it. I like that we didn't really get much interaction between them two. I really like the side characters, and again, the returning characters in this one really sealed this film for me, and I absolutely loved Halloween Kills. Okay, guys, we're over halfway done. What's your favorite Halloween movie, though? Let me know yours in the comments below. At number 6 is Rob Zombie's Halloween. And I know I put the remake over the original, but I'm a Rob Zombie stan. I am a Rob Zombie lover. I absolutely love his films, and the 2007 version of Halloween goes so hard. I love how it's a tale of two movies, honestly. Like, we really delve into Michael Myers' backstory in this one, and I think it was needed. I really, really think it was needed, and honestly, I think he does a perfect job at it. I think Rob Zombie really nailed this story down, and it's got such an all-star cast. We got Danielle Harris in this. We got Scott Taylor Compton. We got motherfucking Brad Dourif, and I love Brad Dourif, man. He is phenomenal, and all around, Rob Zombie's Halloween is goated. I don't care what anyone says. Alright, guys. We're now into the top 5. And there's one movie on here that people's like, why not at the bottom? But we'll get to that. At number 5 is the original Halloween 2. And I used to absolutely despise this movie. I used to think it was one of the worst in the franchise. But I love the hospital setting. I love hospital settings in horror movies, and takes place in the hospital pretty much the entire time. And Jamie Lee Curtis in this is almost at her best, in my opinion, and I just love the dynamic between Michael Myers and Laurie Strode in this, way more than Halloween 78, honestly, just because it's just beefier. There's more stakes all around. Halloween 2 is so good, and I don't understand why it's near the bottom of a lot of people's list, because this movie is a lot of fun. Alright, guys, the top 4 now. We are in the top 4, and at number 4 is Halloween H2O. I absolutely love the late 90s horrors. I love the late 90s so much. Like, I'm a huge Scream fan. I love I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love Urban Legend. And Halloween H2O fits that vibe. It's gritty, it's dark, and it's kind of meta, honestly. Like, I love the meta aspect of Halloween H2O. It's phenomenal, man. And this is where Jamie Lee Curtis is at her best. I absolutely loved Jamie Lee Curtis in this. I don't really care for some of the mask designs in this. Some of them are a little wonky for sure, but I can look past it because the story in this one is really good. Alright, guys, we're into the top 3 now. And at number 3 is a lot of people's bottom of the list. Halloween Ends. And whenever I originally watched this in theaters, I hated it. I thought it was the worst way possible to end this trilogy. And actually, this was the second time I watched it here the other night. And holy shit, guys, this movie is so much fun. The Corey Cunningham character is way overhated. I absolutely loved Corey Cunningham in this. He does a phenomenal job. The actor is great. But just his motive, everything about the Corey Cunningham character makes so much sense. I loved it. And then, honestly, I feel like it's such a good emotional ending to the Michael to the Michael Myers and Laurie Strode saga. Honestly, I cried tears in this. That final battle is so epic, and I love how they just parade Michael Myers downtown, showing everyone, "Hey, we killed him," and then they throw him in that compactor, and it's just phenomenal. And honestly, the gore in this is absolutely off the charts. All right, guys, we're at the top two now, and at number 2 is Halloween 4, the return of Michael Myers. Halloween 4 is the best Michael Myers movie out there. I absolutely love Halloween 4. I love the introduction to Jamie Lloyd. She is my favorite character in this franchise by far. And just the vibes in this is immaculate. Everything about this movie is elevated. It feels like there are so much stakes in this. This is the quintessential Halloween movie for me. I watch it every single year just because of how good it is. I love the story. I love Michael Myers in this. All around, this movie is it's an epic. Like, it's cinematic history for me. I love Halloween 4. And that means at number 1, Halloween 3. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people hate Halloween 3 because Michael Myers ain't in it. Well, you know what? I say to you people, get the fuck over it. Halloween 3 is a masterpiece. If it wasn't titled Halloween 3 Season of the Witch, if it was just titled Season of the Witch, it would be a classic. But just because the Halloween fan base is so insufferable, they hate on this film. Why? Halloween 3 is phenomenal. That score is perfect. I love it. I love the story in this. Tom Atkins is phenomenal in this. Tom Atkins gives the performance of a lifetime. Honestly, one of my favorite horror performances of all time in this. And I love the mask in this. The silver shamrock mask. All around, the story is absolutely peak. I implore you all to, throw your bias aside just because Michael's not in it and give Halloween 3 Season of the Witch another chance because it is absolutely phenomenal, guys. Well, guys, that is my franchise ranking for the Halloween franchise. It was a long journey to get through, and honestly, there's a lot of ups and downs for me. The Halloween franchise was a franchise that I used to really, really hate, but now I respect it and honestly love it so much more. But I pass it off to you. What's your opinion on the Halloween franchise as a whole? And what is your rankings? Let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you all on the flip side.